Puzzles are to confuse you. See, I'm not retaining any of the information from the other ones, though. Like, I guess none of the important stuff I'm supposed to be. Like, I just remember the gist of it. I don't... I don't see how they all come together. Let's see. Yeah, at least has a good intro music.
I think that's enough of that for now. You're quite fond of this show, aren't you? Okay, come on. Let's get you down to the observation room. This place must be starting to feel like home to you. Don't worry. Try and get you out of here eventually. Just in here. Okay, are we through in the next room? Just relax and we'll get started in a moment. Right, Mr. Asian, now are you ready? Just hit record on the tape deck in front of you when you're ready. This is subject 12-19-86-23, new session entry. We have myself, Dr. Alexander, leading, and in a room we have our patient, Mr. James Asian. As we know, James has recently recovered from a 2-week coma following his accident. In our last 3 sessions, James's attempts to recollect events of the accident seen him merging his memory with his imagination. These episodes have always ended in panic, and we've had to terminate the session abruptly. Let's try and do this one better, James. So when you're ready, let's bring this back. I know how difficult this must be, but you can do this. James, it's time to remember. Your mind, it's like a conscious black box. It can show you your memories. Look into it. In your most recent episode, you recalled a false memory of a remote weather station. You were isolated from the rest of the world, locked inside your coma. We interacted with you daily, encouraging you to wake. Your family would do number puzzles with you. Anything really to bring you back. People needed answers, James. Do you remember?
I have another signal here for you, James. It's at 5610 FM. You can't miss it.
Oh, the line was right there on the... I didn't even notice that the last time. Oops.
This is 20F 12 19 86 23 04. Type in the numbers, James. Gotta see this. This is 20F 12 19
What? It's so hard to hear them.
2304. Type in the numbers, James. You gotta see this. This is 20F 12 19 86 23
He's... What?
04. Type in the numbers, James. You gotta see this. This is 20F 12 19 86 23 04. Type in the numbers, James. You gotta see this.
Why does he say 20F?
This is 20F 12 19 86 23 04. Type in the numbers, James. You gotta see this. This is 20F 12 19 86
Fatal accident?
04. Type in the numbers, James. You gotta see this. This is 20F 12
Driver 1, driver
86,
2.
23 04. Type in the
20F,
numbers, James.
fatal accident.
You gotta see this. This is 20F 12 19 86 23 04. Type in the numbers, James. You gotta see this. This is 20F 12 19 86 23 04. Type in the numbers, James.
Did type. Line 1. Arrived on scene to discover two cars that have been involved in a near head-on collision. Mr. Atian found lying down outside his vehicle with head injuries. The ambulance was immediately called. His passenger was trapped in the vehicle in critical condition from wounds sustained in the collision. The driver in the blue sedan, Mr. Hennings, was found dead on arrival. It was noticed that there was a strong smell of whiskey from the driver and an empty whiskey bottle in the passenger seat. James was questioned on scene. He described an oncoming blue sedan being clearly out of control, which he swerved to avoid. Mr. James's passenger was his sister. The driver of the blue sedan is an ex-police officer of 20 years. So it looks like the first line is going to be 20F fatal accident, I would guess. Let's just see. Nope. There we go. Okay. Empty whiskey. And out of control.
Find the signal, James. Listen to the voices. You have to face it, James. Finally.
20F means 20-year-old female. Audio archive reporting officer NS1 Officer Williams interview 7000 FM.
It's not like it at all. I've worked with Officer Hennings for 6 years and not once have we even talked about alcohol. Drunk driving. He was a father, a husband. He was fine. No way he caused this. It's him. This Haitian guy. He's got something to hide.
Oh my gosh, that sensitivity. Someone else is here. Oh. Scott Hennings was dead. Oh, there's the room you're in. I'm ready to go. I feel a presence behind me. Great. I don't like this. That's just creepy as fuck.
Okay, we have a 22-year-old male just brought in from a vehicle collision. He was awake and mobile at the scene, but collapsed on arrival to the emergency ward. The other passengers died in the accident. I'm getting no pulse. Prepare for defib. Amp charge full to 10 and give me 100 joules. Come on, 100 joules. Charging up full to 10.
Was it a defibrillator?
Come on.
Oh, it's an eyeball.
Come on, 100 joules. Charging up full to 10.
I don't know what it wants.
Come on, 100 joules. Charging up full to 10.
100 joules?
Clear. No reaction from first stage. Let's try higher. 200 joules. Keep the amp charged at 10. 200 joules. Keep the charge at 10. Let's go.
I'm going, buddy.
Clear. Okay, we have a reaction of some sort here, a weak signal. Let's keep going. Increase again. 360, charge full. Come on, 360, hurry.
Let's do it.
Clear.
Hey, Formidable, how's it going?
Well,
Happy Saturday.
It seems we have a pulse. Rhythm is stable.
How was your
We
Saturday?
need to run an X-ray right away.
How you doing?
Where are we with that X-ray? Let's get it going now, please.
I don't remember how to run the X-ray.
Where are we with that X-ray? Let's get it going now, please.
I don't remember the X-ray.
Where are we with that X-ray? Let's get it going
I
now,
don't
please.
know. Like, oh, now it turns on after like the 5th click. Oh my god.
It's like an intracerebral hemorrhage. We need to drain this now to relieve pressure. Prepare for trepanation. Switch on a drill, please.
Yeah, I got my hair colored. My hair colored today. Thanks for noticing.
The drill, please. Mr. Asian, you've made excellent progress. You're doing great. We need you to stay calm and try to relax while we go through these next steps. We're going to attempt to alleviate some of this discomfort.
Ouch. Not only is tonight New Year's Eve, but tomorrow you will leave on a 6-month trip abroad with friends. Mom, Dad, and your sister Jennifer have decided to throw a party to celebrate it all. The house is full. You're in the living room, and as usual, you don't recognize a soul. Look around. Room is full of chatty strangers, mostly friends of Mom and Dad. There is a door to the hall. Open door. Oh, open door. Leave. You push through the crowd into the hallway. The hallway is as welcoming as ever, only this time the folks have put a great banner up across the main hall. Half-finished drinks are abandoned on almost every horizontal service. Stairs lead up, although the party is firmly downstairs. Go up. Wait. Look around. Same as ever, stairs, door to living room, and door to the kitchen. Go to kitchen. I want to see what the fuck is in the pantry. Or the utility room. It said the best parties are in the kitchen. The kitchen is full of people and loud. There are drinks and food on the table and the party is in full swing. Dad has cooked a hog roast, which sits proudly on the table, although no one is eating it. Eat. Roast. Maybe later. Look around. There is a utility room and writings on the wall. Also, Jen is here signaling you. Look at writing. Look at wall. Enter utility room. Just as you're about to head inside, Jen places her hand on your shoulder. You hug. You're going to miss each other. You thank her for the party. She asks you if you're enjoying the party. Tell her yes. You tell her it's great, even though you don't really know anyone. She tells you to enjoy it anyway and loosen it, and to loosen up. She asks you to get her a drink. Get a drink. You pour Jen a drink and one for yourself too. There's never an awkward silence with Jennifer. She always has a question. She asks if you have everything sorted for the big trip. Say yes. You tell her yes. That you... Oh. Whoops, I missed that. Another hug. Your family have really went out of their way to make this trip happen for you. It might be what you need to get some... It might be what you need to get some perspective and maybe not fuck up so much. She's going to miss you. You're going to miss her. She walks away. Look around. Okay, never mind. Dennis disappeared into the crowd. You're left standing, nodding, smiling at the approving faces. There's so much to do for this move. Can't mess it up, but first, a drink. Look around. Room is full. Enter utility room. You open the door and peer in. You're never allowed here normally. This is where Dad keeps his fine wines and whiskeys. Ceiling to floor racks. A collector, although he does actually drink them too. There's a bottle with a ribbon around it and a card. Read card. Pick up the whiskey and the card. It's your dad's handwriting. Son, I'm so proud of you and everything you've achieved. You've earned this. It's a bottle of a 25-year-old double malt. You shouldn't really, but you have to try it. Okay. With your whiskey in your hand, you take it in the room around about you. There must be hundreds, no thousands of pounds worth of drinks here. You really must thank your dad for the whiskey. Okay, so let's leave. You go back to the kitchen, clutching your new best friend. You stumble out of the utility room and back into the kitchen. That's one strong whiskey. You take another swig and give a thumbs up to Dad across the room. He nods and winks. Let's hug Dad. I don't understand. I never said to drink the whiskey. Look around. Busy and noisy. We'll need to find somewhere quieter. Leave. Go back out to the hallway. A few bumps and laughs along on the way through, and you make it to the hall. You stop dead in your tracks. It's Jen, covered in blood. What? Look around. He's staring straight at you. No one else notices. Leave. Blood is dripping down her face. It's mixing with tears. Leave. Sorry, I don't understand. Leave. Leave.
sorry, I don't understand.
We tried our best, Mrs. Asian, but her injuries were too severe.
No, I don't understand. I was just talking to her.
I'm afraid Jennifer passed away before we could get to her in surgery. We did the best we could. I am so sorry.
Where is she? Let me see her.
Please, Mrs. Asian, take a seat.
I don't want to take a seat. Let me talk to her. Now.
I'll arrange for you to see her. In the meantime, James is in recovery. He's stable for now.
I don't want to see him.
You're standing in the hallway. Something has stopped you in your tracks. While searching your mind, your sister interrupts. She waves her hand in front of you and asks if you can drive her home. You still feel out of sorts. Those words echo. Look around. Doors to the kitchen, living room lead from here, while stairs can take you up. Go upstairs. You'd love to call it a night, but Jen is waiting patiently. What does she want? She's already home. Go to Jen. Drive her home. What? Dude, leave. You need to tell me which room you want to go to. Leave house. You need to tell me which... She waves her hands in front of you and asks if you can drive her home. Around? Go to kitchen. Maybe your keys are in the kitchen? Kitchen's busy, way too many people crammed in here, but I guess this is where the food and drink are at. The guests are like a set of vultures picking at the roast. On the kitchen counter, your dad is looking up. Is locking up the utility room. Look around. It's difficult to move around here between the people and the kitchen table. Leave. You're standing back in the hallway, bottle of whiskey in hand but no car. Jen points to the living room and sighs as she puts on her coat. Why does she... This is home already. Go to living room. Sure, the keys are in the living room. Living room has a much more relaxed atmosphere compared to the kitchen. Various guests are sat on the chairs having civilized conversations. There's a coffee table in the middle of the room. Your mom is pouring a drink at the drinks cabinet. Around. Coffee table, a drinks cabinet. One of the chairs is overflowing with jackets and coats. Look on coffee table. Drinks and coasters like proper civilized people. You can't see your keys. Look on chair. Various friends of your mom's and dad's are deep in conversation. Look in coat. You search through all the jackets and coats till you find yours. Aha, car keys in the pocket. You grab both. Leave. Jen thanks you for helping her out. She has work in the morning. No one else is in any fit state to drive. You can handle it though. You know the road like the back of your hand. Leave. Open the front door and walk out into the freezing night. Colder hits you. You're glad you have your jacket with you. There is a dusting of snow around you as you step down from the porch. The yard extends around the back of the house and the car sits at the front of the house. Go to yard. She sighs and comically taps her feet. Apart from the little light escaping from the party indoors, the yard is pitch black. You used to love stargazing here. You stumble around the darkness looking for the perfect spot to take in the majesty of the night. Look around. Terrestrial generators here working away. The sky is majestic. Look up. Leave. Jennifer looks relieved that as you head around to the front. Go to car. You fumble with the car handle, confused, until Jen tells you maybe to use the key in your hand. Use key. Fumbling with the car keys, you eventually get the door open. Okay, so she sees that you're obviously drunk and she still allows you to drive her home. Even though you guys are at home. I'm so confused. As you fumble around with your seatbelt, your sister opens up the car glove box and hands you a note and a key that was inside. She tells you that it's for when you return. Leave. Jennifer's getting impatient. If you value your life, you had better get her home. Drive Jen home. Car doesn't move given the engine isn't actually on. Turn on car. You try to turn the ignition with sheer willpower despite holding keys in your hand. Put keys in ignition. Takes a number of attempts, but you eventually slot the key into the ignition. Start car. You turn the key in the ignition, and the car roars to life. Drive. Car squeals but stays stationary. Jen suggests releasing the brake, giving you a wide-eyed stare. Release brake. I don't know what you're trying to use. Put car in drive. Push accelerator. Leave. Drive. Car squeals but stationary. Release. I said release brake. I released the brake. I put it in drive. Put car in drive. I've tried reversing car. What is the prompt? Is your mind influenced on booze when driving? Let Jen drive. Release the fucking brake, dude. Take foot off brake. It's literally like not letting me just go. Break and break are two different words. Oh my god, seriously? I thought this was smarter. You hesitantly release the handbrake. Drive. You put the car in gear and pull out the driveway like... I am driving very drunk on the road towards the town where your sister stays. Jen started to doze off as soon as the journey gets going. This shouldn't take long. You come to a junction. Is it left or right? You can't remember. Wake Jen up. Left. Go left. Ask Jen. She grunts and throws her arms to the left. It's left. Of course it's left. Go left. You turn the car left at the junction and accelerate off. Confident that you're on the right road. Now you loosen up and put your foot down on the accelerator. You feel powerful as the engine roars at your command. Jen sits up in her chair and clutches your arm. She asks you to slow down. Slow down. That's not what really happened though, is it?
You're all over the place, James. Pull over.
Jen is hitting your arm and yelling at you, crazy sister, strange. There is a set of headlights coming directly at you, but real slow, like slow motion. Drive. Try to react, but your body isn't responding. There's nothing you can do to stop this. There's no way to control it. The lights merge with
James,
your
for
car.
fuck's sake, pull over.
The outside joins the inside. The whole world around you begins to scream.
It was at this very moment, wasn't it, James? The moment you lost it all. Your sister, your parents, yourself. And then you made it worse. Go on. Show us what you did.
You wake up in the car, your world is upside down. Your seatbelt struggles against gravity, trying to hold you in your seat. An impact into another car has torn a hole in the chassis, poison fumes spilling into the car from the engines. You are in grave danger. You have to get out. Get out. You can't move. Your seatbelt is still in place. A buckle seatbelt. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Remove seat belts. Release yourself from the seat. Gravity takes over as you slump onto the roof of the car. Get out. You squeeze through the wreckage and fall onto your knees to the ground next to your vehicle. Every breath brings pain in your chest. Your head is throbbing. A blue car has smashed into the passenger side of your car. Your life cannot be ruined by this. You are standing holding your whiskey and your dad's note and flashing light. Your dad's note and flashing lights are approaching at a distance. Throw whiskey. You can't just toss this away without thinking. They will find it and they will come to you. Why the light flicker? Yeah, it's a... it started out as a creepy game and then it turned into like a guy in a coma. Put whiskey in blue car. With the lights approaching closer, you begin to hear the shrill of their sirens. You simply cannot go to jail for this. You clean the bottle to remove your connection with the whiskey. You then very deliberately spill the remainder of the bottle's contents onto the driver and you toss the incriminating evidence onto his passenger seat. This is the thing though, is that if there's an accident like this, they're going to test your blood alcohol content. Everybody. Not that easy. Especially with the whiskey, your dad knows that you had whiskey. A circle of flashing lights around you, illuminating the crash site into the darkness. Behind them, an army of people, all staring. One figure steps out, a silhouette, and walks towards you. Look around. The red and blue flashing lights are causing the pain in your head to be all the more severe. Close eyes. Sorry, you're not making any sense. For not making any sense. Walk. Walked figure. Lie there. Fucking die. Ugh. Go to person. Why doesn't it just use silhouette? As you approach the man.
I know you're tearing yourself apart over it, but no matter what you keep telling yourself, you have to listen to me. That accident, that poor man, me. You have to remember, it was all your fault. I know what you did. How you left me there to protect yourself. Planting evidence on some poor man. You went headfirst into that officer and you wrecked all of our lives. And then you couldn't even take responsibility. You did the right thing for you and no one else. Save yourself. Only it was wrong, wasn't it? Look at you now. Utterly consumed by it. Say it, James. Say it. Tell them. Listen to yourself.
It has to end, James. Do you not understand? This episode you're having must come to an end. Make it stop, make it stop. Do you remember? Stop the session, Mr. Asian. Go back to where we started. Well, I think we've made progress today, Mr. Asian. I guess we should tell the police what you've told us. Although I don't suspect it'll take you anywhere. I think you'll be with us for quite some time. Come on, let's get you back to your shows. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah. Surprised you guys are still here. Oh, I'm so tired. Like it was made by like a family. McClellans. El Guapo. What else does Devolver make? I thought they made a bigger game. Table Master, thank you very much for that follow. Welcome to the working. Those Streamlabs alerts are so delayed. The Birdie Doge bot is so much faster. Definitely, it still definitely has that Stranger Things vibe with the title screen and the music. Oh, now that's different. Well, there you go. There you have it. In the dark. In the third chapter, in the snowfields, you could see the car crash in the distance. Huh, interesting. Interesting. It's gonna be bright. Oh, it's not. Whew. There's even more achievements.